We're not the world's piggy bank any longer. And sadly, Western Europe's love affair with the American presidency actually died because the appeaser-in-chief, Barack Obama, left office. Now, instead, President Trump is facing widespread protests across the continent. This is just one more reminder that many in Western Europe prefer weakness, not a strong America. For example, remember Obama's feckless apology tour that was revered by all the leaders in Europe? You may remember a lot of this.
America, like every other nation, has made mistakes and has its flaws. In America, there's a failure to appreciate Europe's leading role in the world. Instead of celebrating your dynamic union and seeking to partner with you to meet common challenges, there have been times where America has shown arrogance and been dismissive, even derisive.
Issues of women's equality are by no means simply an issue for Islam. In Turkey, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Indonesia, we've seen Muslim-majority countries elect a woman to lead. Meanwhile, the struggle for women's equality continues in many aspects of American life.
Now, the press, they picked up on Europe's love affair with Barack Obama, echoed his effusive praise. One headline read, quote, "Obama wows Berlin and the crowd with historic speech. President Obama goes abroad and the world is happier for it. Obama connects with young Europeans." Now, compare that love fest to the treatment. Let's go back to Ronald Reagan, what he received. Like President Trump, Reagan led the world with American exceptionalism and the concept of peace through strength. And by the way, Europe was not loving Reagan during an early trip to Europe. Reagan was met by thousands of protesters. This happened all across the continent. In London, West Berlin, Reagan was even, quote, jeered during a speech at the European Parliament in France. And of course, Reagan's policies ultimately ushered in the end of the Cold War, brought down the Berlin Wall, pushed the Soviet Union out of many Eastern European countries. But if history tells us anything, Europe apparently doesn't learn. And here we are today with more animosity towards a sitting U.S. president because he projects America as a force for good and strength in the world. Now, the protests that we will see in Europe all week are exactly the same as Reagan faced. The parallels are uncanny. Now, this is the greatest tribute that America is now back and strong and actually leading on the world stage. The apology tour is over. Tomorrow, the show will be hitting the road. That's right, Hannity. We will be broadcasting live from Europe as we continue to monitor the president's important